It is very raw and very real, and the attention to detail is like, you know, few films go to this depth. It illustrates the horrors of war. It doesn't have a political agenda. It doesn't pick sides or promote a side. It talks about universally what the soldier endures in his psyche every day, seeing horror, partaking in horror, and what is the cumulative effect of that.
Brad, you also mentioned in the press conference earlier that producing this film taught you an awful lot about being a leader and taught you a lot about being a father as well. Can you expand a little on that, please?
Well, you know, there was such specific focus on they're my responsibility, as my kids are, and when to build them up, when to knock them down, when to keep them at arm's length, and when to really bring them in. And it became much clearer for me, things I was doing instinctually as a dad, that there was method to it, and it made me more aware of it.
This has the most intrinsic value of any job I've ever had in my life. They expected the most out of me of any job I've ever worked on, and I had the most meat to chew on of any project I've ever worked on. It's just a very rewarding situation.
And could you tell us a little bit about your preparation? Because John was just mentioning the boot camps you went through and the incredible amount of research that you did.
Yeah, I mean, we did 6 days of boot camp as a group. You know, I had to find Christ. I had to learn how to be a mom. I had to be a gunner. I joined the National Guard for 2 months before we shipped out, and I became a medic, certified medic in the National Guard. Became a rifleman in the National Guard. I was a chaplain's assistant for 2 months. I did everything I could, yeah.
Sounds like it's been a lot more than just a movie.
A lot more than a movie.
I started this war killing Germans in Africa. Now I'm killing Germans in Germany. I promised my crew a long time ago I'd keep them alive.
Why are you here? He kills you, or you kill him? I need you to perform.
I can't do it!
Yes, you can.
You know, I played this guy Norman, who is it was an inexperienced clerk typist who gets reassigned to a tank crew. And he becomes a liability for the tank crew because he's unwilling to kill. He's unable because of his moral conflict. And it's his transformation over a 24-hour period of time, and mapping that transformation and making it, I guess, have like a through line and make sense to me and the audience was on my mind and at all times, and it was really difficult to do that.
You know, I'm used to looking at green screens and imagining aliens are coming or saying I love you to someone who's got really bad breath. Well, when you're, you know, recreating the Second World War and it looks like the Second World War, it makes the job a lot easier. The only thing I found distracting was that Brad's hair was perfect, no matter what had blown up. And it wasn't that he was fussing over it, he doesn't fuss over it at all. He just has, you know, from God, he has the most perfect hair that I've ever seen in anyone in my life.
Just tell me about re-teaming with David and what audiences can expect from this one.
This was a tougher movie, to be honest with you. And he wants things that are very real, you know, like if you're going to shoot a gun, like really be able to do it, not just look like it, you know what I mean? There's a lot of advisors that are like, some of the I remember said early on, they're like, yeah, if you do this, it'll look like you're, he's like, no, I don't want to look like it, I want to be able to do it.
There ain't no crew stay together like we have. That's because of him.
You know what's waiting for us.
They're coming. How many?
300 of them. The tank's busted.
We ain't never run before. Why are we gonna run now? I want to hold this crossroad.
What are you doing?
It's my home. I'm staying here with you.
Light him up!
I'm scared. I'm scared too.